Switch Radio Breakfast Friday morning. Yes, we've reached that time again. Super Switch, our weekly game where we try to predict some football scores for our teams across the West Midlands ahead of what is looking like a very big weekend. Very simple. If we get the score absolutely spot on, we get 3 points. If we get the outcome right but not the correct score, it's 1 point and nothing. If we get it completely wrong, and we've kept the points going so far throughout the season, and as usual, on top of the table, as it has been the case for the entire season. Fan of Birmingham City, commentator of Sight Impaired Commentary at St Andrews. It is, of course, Kim Smith. Good morning, Kim.
Morning, chaps. How are we all doing?
Fine, absolutely fine. No problem at all. No concerns over things like not scoring any goals or anything like that at all, which we will address in just a moment. But yeah, Kim's got a camera off for now, eating her breakfast. You know, being professional to the very end is Kim Smith. In second place, fan of Aston Villa. It is the Oddballer. It's some very interesting content this week, Rob Richards on Instagram.
Yeah, thank you. I'm ready and raring to go and full of
what was that
weird
film
ideas.
You were parodying? You were parodying a film I saw earlier in the week.
What on me on the stage?
Yeah.
Was that? Oh, yeah. That was just a quite a hectic night out in Wolverhampton.
A quite hectic night out in Wolverhampton. Okay, yeah. Jonathan Wimbush has them after every Wolves game that he goes to, which he's going to tomorrow. But we'll talk more about that in just a moment. In third place, it is the star and host of the Crazy Shadow Talks football YouTube channel, reigning champion for the past 2 seasons on Super Switch. It's Jonathan Wimbush. Good morning, John.
Good morning, Ben. I believe Rob's going to be heading to Wolverhampton again this weekend.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, you're buddying up, aren't you?
Absolutely, yeah.
So
watch out, Wolverhampton.
Yeah, so who's taking who out then afterwards? Who's leading the merriment?
I think we'll have to discuss that, won't we, Rob?
Well, I'm not a cheap date. So
fair enough.
Figure that one out.
Fair enough. Okay, say the bunch of people who actually all get into football matches completely free of charge. So let's get underway with our first game up in the northeast. It's tonight, in fact. It's part 1 of a northeast West Midlands double. As in the Championship at 8 o'clock, Middlesbrough take on West Bromwich Albion. West Brom losing their first game of the season against Derby County last week. It was Birdgate at the Hawthorns, as it has now become known, following the dead bird incident, which obviously tipped the balance in terms of the game at home against Derby last week, because, you know, there was all that momentum, John, and then the game stopped, what seemed like a very random incident, and then once it restarted, Andy Vyman popped up.
Yeah, absolutely. And John Eustace has alluded to that little break, giving him the time to assess his strategy and put Andy Vyman on from the bench, and Andy Vyman scored with their only shot on target. West Bromwich Albion do have a habit of A, losing to Derby County, and B, not putting their chances away when they've had 18 shots in that match and only 3 were on target. A couple of relatively good saves by Derby County's keeper. But Middlesbrough, still the league leaders, not 100% record now after drawing 2-2 with Preston North End last Saturday. A few injury concerns for Albion. The right back, Alex Williams, has fractured his ankle while training with the Wales under-21s. Yeah, he's going to be out till the new year. And, of course, Carlan Grant, Tamabani and Daryl DK remain out. Although Ryan Mason has said in his pre-match press conference that Christian Bielik is training with the first team. Okay. Hopefully we might see Bielik.
Yeah, do you think Eggerbo will be better for having played the full 90 minutes against Derby?
I think so, but again, Hegebo has looked very isolated, especially with the past few games at home against Portsmouth and against Derby. Looked very isolated. Central defenders seem to know how to cut off the supply to him, and that's the reason why he's only really scored 1 goal in all competitions this season so far. But I believe Ryan Mason and Ona Hegabo will find a way around it, and hopefully he'll start scoring soon.
So let's get the predictions underway then. Let you go first. This is your team, West Brom at Middlesbrough.
Yeah, my heart's saying a West Brom win, but it's Middlesbrough, the league leaders. You know, they've been on form lately. So I'm going to go with my head on this one. I'm going to say a 1-1 draw.
1-1 draw. Rob Richards, is Dele Alli going to make his debut tonight? West Brom.
I've heard the transfer has been delayed.
Oh, delayed. Is it delayed now? Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
My
yeah,
TikTok
so,
exploded with that clip last week.
This is what I do.
Absolute shock that Rob Richards had said that.
Yeah. This is what I do. This is what I can offer.
Well, untruths. Yes, great. We'll go with those. Yeah. I'm not going to ask you for the Euro Millions numbers because that will be pointless. But
I'll ask Dele for the numbers.
Ask Dele for them. Right, Ed, do you reckon West Brom are going to get on at Middlesbrough?
Well, I'm concerned that they've only scored over one goal once in the Championship so far.
It's a general theme, Rob, around the locality.
Yeah.
You know, goals are a problem. For most of us.
At least West Brom have scored in the league, but I think this will be Borough's fifth win in 6 Championship games. I'm going to go Middlesbrough 2, West Brom 1.
2-1 Middlesbrough. Kim Smith?
I think I'm going to go for a Borough 1-0.
Okay, Borough 1-0. I'm going to go 1-1. I think West Brom might just nick a point from this one. So that's Friday nights, and now we're up to Saturday lunchtime at St Andrews. Birmingham City probably glad to be back on home soil. They take on Swansea City at St Andrews. Kim Smith will be there. Kim Smith was at the Bet365 where Blues lost 1-0 last week. I got that score bang on. I was the weekly winner last week, by the way. I haven't mentioned that. Right. So, yeah, glad to be at home, Kim.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, obviously, a couple of not very successful away outings, but yeah, hopefully St Andrews will prove to be a better place for everybody. And of course, well, as we've said, everybody's having problems scoring goals at the moment, aren't they? So I'm hoping Blues can find one from somewhere, and I think I'm going to go for Blues 1, Swansea 0.
Blues 1, Swansea 0. Rob Richards.
I think Swansea are going to be on a high after their late comeback against Forest the other night, and they haven't lost a game since the first day as well. So they're on good form. Blues form isn't great. So without trying to sound like I'm sitting on the fence, this game could go either way, and particularly Blues being at home, that will help the form. But I'm going to go Birmingham 2, Swansea 2.
Blues going to sign Dele Alli?
No, West Brom, didn't you hear?
I did hear. That's the problem. I did hear that. Yeah.
That's.
But now I'm trying to cover all bases based on what you've said.
Just saying what I've heard.
Oh, by the way, good point. Kim, is Swansea a bad word in the Smith household now?
It's not a very nice word.
No,
because we were watching that the other night,
yes.
And it had been going all right, and then all of a sudden it wasn't.
Yes, they made a right Ange Postecoglou of the whole thing, didn't they? Yes.
Yes, indeed.
Yes. Okay, never mind. Kim's, for those who don't know, Kim's lesser half is a fan of Nottingham Forest, but he's a magnificent sports photographer. So you will have seen his work around the place. Jonathan Wimbush.
Yeah, one team who isn't short of goals at the moment is Swansea. 2-2 draw, a couple of 2-0 wins. And, of course, we shan't mention that game the other day for Kim's sake. So I think, Blues will be more of a home team. And I think this will actually 2-2 as well.
2-2 as well. I think Blues will be better for being back on home soil. It's all for me whether or not Kyogo gets an early goal. If he takes an early chance, then I think he'll find he's doing all right. But then he'll start missing chances. And I think if he can score early, I think Blues will be in good shape. And I'm going to go for Blues to win the game 2-1. Switch Radio Breakfast, Friday morning, Super Switch. By the way, the little pinging icon that you can see at the bottom of the screen here on YouTube means we'd like you to click like and subscribe. We're on the radio as well, on your mobile, your tablet, your smart speaker. Online, you can't avoid us. So this is Super Switch, where we're trying to predict some football scores for the weekend. We talk about the lack of goals. They've all been hoarded by Solihull Moors, quite frankly. The rest of us couldn't hit a barn door. Solihull were like drawing 4-4 last week with Morecambe. And this is a game that's going to be live on Switch Radio. Our award-winning Switchboard team, Dan, is going to be behind the mic up at the LNER Stadium for York City. That seems wrong. Yorkshire, they've got a proper ground name, haven't they? York, and to change it to LNER. Anyway, that's where we're going to be tomorrow afternoon. And Solihull Moors, I mean, this could be anything, couldn't it, really? I'm going to come to Rob Richards first.
Yeah, I think Solihull look a new side, don't they, after sacking the manager? And they even beat a Premier League under-21 side during the week in the National League Cup. They're currently out of the relegation zone. I know York haven't lost a game yet, but this will be the game where Solihull will hand York their first loss, and it's going to be an upset. Solihull 1, York 0. Couldn't even
1-0
say it.
Solihull is what you tried to get out there in a sentence.
Yeah, it was so unbelievable that I couldn't even say it.
Yes, Kim Smith.
Oh, good question. I wonder if they'll go for another draw. I think I'm going to go for a Desmond.
I only said your name. I didn't ask a question. It was like,
Kim
Smith. Kim Smith. That is the ultimate question. It's like the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, where the ultimate answer is 42.
That's it.
What is the question? They've rewritten Hamlet. Kim Smith, to be or not to be? That is the question.
That's it.
Fair enough. Jonathan Winbush.
Solihull, a Midland team who can actually win a penalty shootout. That's something.
There's no need for these low blows, right? Right.
That's on me as well. We lost the penalty
but that
shootout
don't balance
as well,
it out.
so...
2 wrongs don't make a right. I'll get you back for that in a minute. Now,
okay.
Carry on with this.
3-1 to York, I'm afraid.
Okay, 3-1 York. I'm gonna go 2-2. I'm gonna go for an exciting score draw, like we said. It is live across the Switch Radio Network tomorrow afternoon from just before 3 o'clock. And finally, we come to the Premier League. That wonderful competition with 20 teams, all of the highest quality, who bang in the goals left, right, and centre every single week, with the exception of one. And that is, unfortunately, the team that myself and Rob Richards support. Aston Villa, part 2 of the North East West Midlands double, go to the Stadium of Light, and newly promoted Sunderland. First game against Sunderland in the Premier League in about 8 years. I don't know where to go anymore as far as this is concerned. You know what it's like? I was watching Brentford the other night in the Carabao Cup, and I'm watching Villa attack, and I'm thinking, this is like watching the cringiest parts of the 40-year-old Virgin, right? Where it's almost funny, but you can't quite laugh. You sort of like shudder at what's going on. And there's nothing I hate more than watching footballers go around a pitch like they're dragging their chin on the floor, feeling sorry for themselves. And I don't know what it is. Don't give me PSR. Don't give me what Ezri Konsa said, what we talked about last week or the week before. It's a load of garbage, that is. Something's up. Something is up, and I can't back my team anymore. This is the weird thing. I can't say with confidence they're going to go up there and get a result. I mean, it was a good goal for Brentford to get the equaliser that took it to penalties. They were defensively strong against Everton, although Everton will say they should have won the game. So I'm going to go for that again. I'm going to go 0-0. Rob Richards.
Is it the difference with the 40-year-old Virgin? In the end, he actually scored.
Well, that's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm clinging on to.
I think that is a big difference to Villa. Yeah, I'm going to go 0-0. Sunderland, they look like they've got a decent defence and a nice young goalkeeper as well. And I think if Villa have problems scoring, they're not going to get a goal against Sunderland. Yeah, I think it's going to be a repeat of the Everton game. Martinez, man of the match, potentially. Yeah.
I mean, that on the face of it is not a bad result. Any draw that you can get away from home in the Premier League is a good result, especially if you keep a clean sheet as well. It's when you put all those ingredients into the pot and you think, what have we got here?
It's the way. When you come to the end of the season, you say, "Oh, we held Everton 0-0." It says Sunderland 0-0, but we just scraped a 0-0.
Yeah.
You'll forget that at the end of the season, but it's the matters in the ways in which we're getting these results that we're just scraping through them. And like you said, this isn't PSR, and I'm seeing people saying PSR has damaged the team.
No,
I've seen people saying, "Oh, we're not scoring because we haven't bought any players." I mean, that's ridiculous. I don't know how you can correlate that to that. I mean, first of all, we have signed players and attacking players, but also this isn't a side that was battling relegation. No. And then, you haven't bought any players and you're still battling relegation. This was a team that's got Europe the last 3 seasons.
Yep.
And it's not really changed apart from Douglas Luiz and Jacob Ramsey going. Those two, I mean, Ramsey didn't even start, really. It wasn't a starter, but no. There's not a huge difference in the team.
No.
And maybe that's the cause of it. Maybe there isn't a huge difference in the team. And maybe they're getting easy to work out.
Yeah. Jonathan Wimbush.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to go very well on Sunday.
Yeah, great. Kim Smith.
Yeah. just for that, I'm going to say...
passing quickly over John's score.
Yeah, well, it's irrelevant. Go on. Go on, John, quick.
Just for that, I'm going to go 1-0 Sunderland smash and grab.
Yeah, you go. But whatever. And finally, Kim Smith.
I hate to say it, I agree with John. I just wonder if this is going to bring things to a head, though, because you guys are right. There is obviously something going wrong there, but at the moment we can't work out what it is.
No, I'm hoping that. I mean, by this time next week they'll have played the first Europa League game. Is that going to be the real focus this year?
That's scary to say that now.
It is, isn't it? It went for Tottenham, but who knows? Okay, well we've talked too long. We've got to go. You two enjoy your day in Wolverhampton tomorrow. You're going to be covering Wolves against Leeds, and very early for a 6-pointer, but it definitely is one. Kim Smith's going to Blues. I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying in. I'm going to watch a load of football on the telly. I've got I've got West Brom tonight. I've got Blues lunchtime. I've got Villa Sunday, all on the telly to watch. That would be fun. I'll be in a great mood Monday morning. You wait and see. For Kim Smith, Jonathan Wimbush, Rob Richards, I'm Ben Ellis. We'll see you next week on Super Switch.